I'm Robin.
I'm Julie.
We're two mamas who love inspiring healthy living.
After facing family health challenges and seeing how natural solutions transformed our lives, we are determined to help other mamas thrive, not just survive.
What if feeling awesome every day is possible for you and your family?
Come along with us on our natural journey.
Hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Julie.
Welcome to our podcast,
Helping Mamas Thrive.
Today's topic is movement with Belinda Windbish.
Yay!
Are you guys proud of us that we knew the title? If you've listened to all of our podcasts, how many do we have, Julie? 26? Or
I don't know. That's a great question.
something between 26 and 30. Not one time have we gotten the title
Ever.
right.
Yes.
Not one time. So, Belinda, congratulations. You
It's
are
your lucky
the
day.
winner. You are the winner. Yeah, we're still spending airtime talking about it, but I'm just pointing it out.
I know.
Okay.
It's really good. All right. If you're watching live, this beautiful lady, my good friend, Belinda Windbish, she is a professional speaker, a health and wellness coach, a certified yoga teacher. She leads wellness classes, wellness retreats, yoga classes. She does workspace work. She does personal well-being, vision, goal setting. And she teaches like so many great things about stretching and strengthening, restoring the body from top to bottom. You can find even her inspirational messages integrating the best mind, body, spirit connection modalities, neuroscience, biblical wisdom. She's like such a rock star. So you can get inspired by her with her Wellness Ways Reels that you can find on live classes, Facebook, Instagram, and a podcast. Yes?
It's coming. It's coming.
Woo-hoo! Awesome. Take the lead. That's so great. She really has been an amazing homeschooling mom. That's how I met her initially. And she continually, just inspires me in so many ways, because if you met her in person, like the first time, she's very tall. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10". 5'10".
5'10". And she's one of those people that has an aura and an energy. Like when she walks into a room, it's just like, it's so cool. It's so amazing. She also had her own company where made soap and personal care products for many years. She's just amazing. Jack of many trades. So welcome.
So today we're going to focus on movement.
Yes.
And if you were following us, you know that since the new year, we've been trying to focus on one new change, mastering it, and moving on to the next. So movement is one of our pillars of health. And we, it's easy to pick one thing in movement. We had a class on it and we gave some ideas.
Yes.
We're going to talk to Belinda, Miss Expert over here, and we'll give you some more ideas.
Yay! So welcome.
Thank you so much.
I've been to one of Belinda's Zumba classes. It was packed. There's like 75 people in this room, and everybody was having a total blast. It was hilarious. There wasn't one person in there that was like, oh, they were all like energized and like super cool to have fun at the same time. So
yeah. So let's start. So tell us how you got involved with being, teaching and doing yoga.
Back in New York, as Julie said, I'm a homeschool mom for over a decade. And with being a wife and homeschool mom and Belinda and running a business and doing all these things, life was really busy. And it was unconsciously busy to a point where I needed a break. I would take a vacation, but I needed a break from my vacation. So when I looked at this yoga flyer, that stillness and that mat meant peace to me. So I said, let me try this yoga class. Being a woman of God and being someone who follows the Lord, I'm thinking yoga, I didn't want all the woohoo, all that stuff with it. I didn't, but I just wanted that piece that I saw there. So when I saw that piece, anywhere I saw that mat, Robin, it meant peace. And I cultivated that piece on the mat. So I started to take the classes, and taking those classes, I actually got what I wanted. I wanted that peace. So I was able to be me, restore me, go in, be quiet, had to learn all the fancy moves. Not really, but it's really not about the moves. It's about who you are on the mat, how you connect your breath, your meditation part, your body. Those three things encompassed together allows you to really woosah, relax, and find yourself at a better place.
Awesome story about the yoga. So how did that morph into teaching other movement things?
I was forced into teaching. My teacher said, "You will teach yoga one day, Belinda." And I'm thinking, no, I won't. But when you have so much inside, you want to give it. So there had to be other mamas around like me who were juggling all these different types of lifestyles and just kind of busy or not busy, but simply needed the peace what the mat offered. So I said, okay, I'll try. And I loved it. And I'm a teacher trainer by trade anyway. So that just dropped right into my wheelhouse. So I said, let's try and teach some classes. And people showed up. And I offered them similar things that I had, because everybody comes with different reasons. So long as you present things for people, kind of like I don't really teach. I set up an opportunity for people to hold the space for people to get what they want to learn. Because sometimes people don't want to learn the gratefulness, or they're not there to release the forgiveness or the resentfulness. Some people don't need the peace. Maybe they just want the calmness. So I just create a space for people to learn what they want to learn. That's it. And whether it's with goats and chickens, we've done that. Whether I teach babies or older the people, or whether it's teenagers or whomever it is, people always come to learn what they want to learn. And I just create a space and hold a space for that.
So I'm not I'm not a yoga expert. So talk us through what that means. Like, you come to class, you're dressed in exercise clothes, you start it with mindfulness and then do movement. Like, can you just kind of summarize what you do?
Yes, yoga allows the mind and the body and the spirit to work together. So with that triangle, you're able to move your body with breath. So that's the best connection, and that's what yoga offers. Every time we move up or down, we connect it with breath. And lastly, we're interested in pursuing that spiritually. So that comes along with thinking about things that are happening in my mind and in my spirit. So for example, I'll ask people to check on their heart. How's your heart doing? Are you pleased with what you're saying and what you're doing? And we sit still and we ask ourselves those questions. What does that look like? How do you feel about what you feel about? How do you feel about what you're saying and what you're doing? And we'll move up and stretch, and then we'll settle down and stretch. And we just move our breath in and out. And that's the beauty of yoga. That modality allows you those three principles. And that's why I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Wow. And
Does that
do you
make sense?
integrate essential oils when you are doing that?
When Julie and I combined her aspects, her knowledge, her just beautifulness and knowledge of essential oils, I brought the yoga. So the two of them meet, and the people are delighted, but it just enhances it so much because we add on another layer. We're allowing them to focus when they move their body. We're allowing them to enhance the lemon oil. We're allowing them to use the peppermint for focus just as well, and to leave lighter or more focused or with happiness, or all the different things that the essential oils bring. So it's like the cherry on top when you bring the EOs in a game. And we did that. We created that magic. Remember, Julie?
Yes, that was so
great.
great.
Again. Got to do it again.
The stretching is what is so unbelievable, and people underestimate stretching.
True.
Just the fact that we can get into a space where stretching is able to, like you said, influence those other areas is truly amazing. So stretching, are there things that people can do? Is there part of your routine that you do for stretching every day? Like, this is what I do. This is mandatory in order for me to function.
I want to demystify yoga a little bit more. We can call it stretch, restore, and strengthen. I've had to shift away from it, because if you have some holy rollers, they think, oh, you're going to go to hell if you do yoga. So I kind of adjusted it a little bit to call it stretch, restore, and strengthen, because that's what we do. We stretch our bodies, whether it's just a simple side bend, you're stretching, and you're going to extend. Say you're doing a side stretch here, you're just extending through the fingers, extending your neck on the side. That's the stretching. When you do that, you're able to move your look at you, you're able to move your muscles and your tendons and stretch your neck. And when you breathe and connect the breath, you're allowing the energy and the chi to go through your body, through your neck, and you feel better. Now we got to balance it for both sides. In yoga, you have to balance it. Go to the other side, sit up.
I can't even stretch the other side.
Sit up tall. Make sure you have a tall spine. Just move it to the side. You can
a
walk.
lot of people's necks are tight because of driving.
Gosh, yes. And
So
go
your
back.
range of motion could be very different on each side because of driving. So
There's
that's, if you're tight there, you should work on that.
I need to come to your class.
You show calm and I show hold. So when you do that, that's the simpleness of yoga, but we connect to breath. We'll inhale here. Let's do it one more time, ladies. Inhale here. Tall spine. Inhale. Exhale. Extend the neck to the side. Exhale slowly.
Ooh.
Inhale once more. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. We do that different ways, left and right. We take it chin to chest. We bring it back up. So when you connect that breath and that movement, it makes a difference, mind, body, spirit.
I need to do this.
I already feel better just by that little
So
like
good.
stretch.
I know that I don't do it enough. Like I do stretch. I do.
Okay.
What is the something pose? Child's pose.
It's
Before I go
beautiful.
to bed. Before I go to bed, I do child's pose and I breathe a lot. So that's the one time. That's the one thing I do for sure. And sometimes I do spinal twist in bed.
Spinal twists are the best because they massage the organs, they get the juices going down and the abdominal tract in your gut. It loves it just as well. It helps with the absorption of the food. It actually, like I said, massages the organs and it allows you to move more. So you have more range when you simply do a side twist. So many good things about it. I could go on and on and on and on.
I love
it's one of
that.
the
And
best
actually,
things.
if I breathe deeply in my spinal twist, I get an adjustment in my lower spine. Only on one side though. Yeah. And I like breathe really deeply and it goes.
I love it.
And that was free of charge too. See how it works? It's free of charge too. Didn't pay a copay for it. Didn't have to pay a fee. I love it.
I love it. Can you tell us about breathing? Because I don't think most people even know how to breathe. And especially as women, I feel like we're like sucking in our tummies and we're like these short breaths and we never get to the rest and digest breath that we're supposed to have. How are we supposed to breathe?
There's two types of breathing, and typically most of us we do chest breathing, and we don't do deep abdominal breathing. So it's important to do both, but it's important to do the deep breathing mostly because that's going to lower your heart rate. That's going to allow you to have less anxiety. That's going to allow you to boost your immune system. That's going to allow you to find that rest and digest area that we're looking for. So breath, the best thing about breath is life. If we don't have it in us, we're not moving, we're not living. So we always incorporate breath work. Breath work goes hand in hand with yoga. And I'm going to add a little piece in maybe for later. And rest does too. So when we're so busy moving around, we need the yin with the yang. We need the rest and we need the movement. You can't have one without the other. But to go back to the breath, it allows us to simply be in the here and now. It'll reduce that anxiety just as well. And we feel more alive when we breathe. So that's the best thing we could do. Now we can go into some deep breathing. Because usually we do diaphragm chest breathing. Want to breathe with me?
Yes.
Let's
breathe.
All right, here we go. Let's connect it to a 1-minute meditation. Is that okay, ladies?
Okay. Yes.
And when we meditation, it's not what do we mean? We're simply turning off the TV and the radio in our minds.
So if you're listening to this or watching it on YouTube, go ahead and do this 1-minute thing with us. I just want to say, like, this doesn't have to be all or nothing. So Belinda's talking about yoga and breath work. You don't have to go to a yoga class to breathe. So you can do it like I was saying before I go to bed. I do some breath work and stretching. You can fit it into your schedule. Think about where you can fit it in. Does it make sense, when you wake up? Does it make sense in the middle of the day? Where in your life can you start adding some of these little tips to make a big difference? Like it doesn't have to be going to a 60-minute yoga class.
Right.
I mean, that'd be amazing. I'm not saying that's not amazing. Right. I'm just saying it's not an all or nothing proposition.
I get it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you. You're breathing all the time. So if you do this more you'll benefit more. It's just another body benefit. And of course, I'm going to always promote a 15-minute breath work exercise or a 20-minute yoga class, or you could do that at home, or a 16-minute, whatever you do, as long as you do it and add the body benefits up. A little bit here, a little bit there, gets you good results, gets you spirit fingers results. Okay, ladies, let's do it. Okay. 1 minute meditation for the listeners, for the moms and whomever else is listening. Anybody can benefit from deep breath breathing. Go ahead and close your eyes. I'm going to watch you as you do it. Close your eyes softly. Make sure you are comfortable in your seat. Sit up with a tall spine. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath in. And exhale through your mouth. Deep breath again through the nose for 4 counts, slowly but surely, filling the breath with the belly, filling the belly with the breath. And that means that the belly is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Feeling your lungs expand, take another sip of this breath and exhale slowly and gently for 5 counts. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in again for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see your chest rising. Beautiful. Exhale again on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Breathing in. Fill the belly up. Big belly. Feel the air going into the lungs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out gently for 5. 1, 2, feeling a sense of relaxation. 4 and 5. Open your eyes. That's it.
I feel more centered. It's really bizarre. Like my whole sacrum feels like more centered and grounded. That's really bizarre. I don't know. That's never happened before.
Maybe because when you deep breathe, like when you're breathing through your diaphragm, like Shannon Hudson was talking about this the other day too. When you oil, and we're doing what you were saying. We're shallow breathing. We're not using our diaphragm.
We usually breathe here.
Yeah,
and we don't use our breaths. It's
That
just a
was so
simple breath.
great.
And
I
just
love-
imagine when you set up the stage, your body anticipates it, right? So you're setting up your mind to say, I'm going to relax. That's one way. I'm closing my eyes, I'm visualizing it. You're telling your body and your mind, you're going to relax. I'm getting ready. Robin, you're in your bed. I'm going to relax. So your mind and your body says, okay, I'm preparing for this. Maybe you turn the fan on. Maybe you light a candle. You get in bed. Your clothes are comfy. You set yourself up to start to relax. That's the mind part. Then you start to breathe and do the stretching. That's the body part. And then you just relax into it. And maybe you add in 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for. Just 2 or 3 things. And it starts to create a positive mood stroke in your mind. And it's a great thing. Then those happy chemicals start to come out. You got your little dopamine kicking in. Got a lot of happy chemicals that come into play. So you will feel better, no doubt.
Yeah, I do that right before my prayers, so it's right before my gratitude. You know, that's my.
It makes a difference.
So I do I oil, and then I stretch, and then I do my prayers. I mean, I'm laying down when I do my prayers, but
right. That's awesome.
That makes a difference. It makes a huge difference in our lives, in our spiritual lives, physically, mentally, emotionally. It makes a difference. It's a body benefit, 100%.
I love it. We need to help our kids. You know, we need to help our kids breathe. We have so much dysregulation.
Sure.
Our kids have been brought up on all of the technology, like less ability to communicate and express their feelings. But this is a physiological way just to help it all get kind of like regulated, I guess is the best word.
Yeah. So you have kiddos. Do they see how you move and the way that you exercise or breathe? Do they have any things that they incorporate in their lives that you see?
Well, they have a couple things, but one of the things they have to do, because I don't like to shit on people. I don't shit on them, but I make them come home because now they're in building school all day. They made that choice. When they come home, they have to take a rest break. They have to kind of determine what type of rest they need, because sometimes they need physical rest. Sometimes they need emotional rest. It's 7 different types of rest. And they kind of know them, but I keep them posted and I'll bring them over if you want to tell them that you have to rest. I need you to disconnect from the outside. I need you to turn off your TV and your radio. So they're forced to take a 10-minute in the house. And they usually lay on the floor, lay on the couch, but everything's quiet and they benefit. They're able to disconnect. They start to deep breathe with me, and I'll maybe walk around and give them some cues, but they wake up, and they're so much refreshed and they're ready to jump back into
That's a
the
neat
world.
idea.
And that's free of charge too.
Even if people, if you're running from school to
Yep.
Soccer, from school to dance, this and that, you could do this in the car. You could
Absolutely.
and of course I would couple that with an essential oil. And if you could have a
That's
car
right.
diffuser so that you don't have to like pass it out. And then this could be part of your trip to the next place, just taking a minute
to reset.
Idea. Yeah.
To
I
reset.
love that.
It makes
That
a
is
difference.
Yes.
Sometimes they resist it, but they start to see the difference. And another thing that they know about mommy is that when it's getting tense or I'm upset or something's bothering me or they've done something, when I start to breathe, deep breathe, they're thinking, uh-oh, something's going on. Something has happened. Mommy's going into deep breathing. And they take the cues and they say, okay, what's happening? Well, of course, she's reducing anxiety or she's releasing some stress or that she's focusing. They know the body benefit of it and they see me come out better. So they'll start to breathe. And I say, box breathe, dragon breath, breathe, bunny breath, breathe, sit breath, breathe. Go ahead and do it. Let's do it. And they used to resist, but because they're 17 and 10 now, they start to see the benefits, just like with the oils. I want you to go ahead and gargle. I want you to gargle with salt water. I want you to gargle with some RC. I want you to drink some thieves tea. They see the benefits. They don't usually boast it, but they're looking in the drawer for the EOs. They're looking in the drawer for the oils. They're looking in the same thing. They're looking in the drawers for the herbs rather, because they know the benefits. They know
not just that, Belinda, because the teens and the tweens, they're really a challenge as far as like doing what we say, how you say should.
Yes, Lord.
I think that sometimes just modeling it, they see that the parent is doing it. And so when they are feeling ill or when they are in need, I think that they know that it's there and they know, they don't want to admit it necessarily, but they
That's
know,
right.
So they see mom taking care of herself. They see mom going to exercise. They see mom breathing. They see mom using oils or having any kind of mindful exercise. Then at some point they will emulate that. They may not tell you or give you the kudos.
Right.
It's true. It's true. And in a lot of instances, they don't have a choice. They really don't have a choice sometimes because all in the cabinet, the medicine cabinet, it's not medicine. It's most of those things that I'm talking about. So they don't have options to go and choose much else because that's what we surround ourselves with. So they're encouraged. And you're right. They don't speak much of it, but they'll go in there and they'll get a little thieves cough drop if something is tickling.
Right.
And it makes a difference. So they know.
Those things cough drops, man. I can win lots of people over on those.
They're amazing.
I Julie have to order some, by the way. So that's some of the things that the kids do, and it makes a difference. Come on over here and hug me, and I breathe with them when they're upset.
Oh, yes.
And we breathe out together because they need the hugs. What does research say? They need about 7 hugs a day to finally feel physically loved.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
To feel finally loved.
And I like to sneak the oils on me, and then they have to smell them on the during the hug.
So during the hug, right here, I love it. Oil up. Oh, I love it.
Belinda was touching her neck in case you guys couldn't see it, but also even your hair. You can be trickster. Just get it on you, and then the hug. I love that they have they're encapsulated by you.
Oh, I'm gonna
do
it.
No choice.
Yep.
I'm writing this down. I'm gonna do it.
I love it.
The oxytocin, that love hormone. That's right. They need about 7 hugs. Also with the oils to feel that chemical, that love chemical. Beautiful. That's true.
I love it. So tell us about, you're going to be launching a podcast. Is that?
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there into the universe. The Lord knows that there's so many things to share. I have so much information on when you move your body, the body benefits, staying active, what happens when you're inactive, what happens with these different types of rest, all this stuff. And I have to share it. And I've been asked a couple of times, partner with me, let's do this, let's do that. So I'm going to just do some tidbits. That's all. Just a couple of minutes of tidbits.
Belinda, just do it.
Yes.
Did Julie tell you how I made her do ours?
I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it a little bit.
Give it to me.
Well, I for 2 years did research on podcasts and asked people how they started. I got a book, highlighted in the book. I had to get the right equipment and figure out what microphone and where I was going to have it. And then one night we're having a business meeting and I'm sharing this, desire to do a podcast. And Robin's like, yeah, let's just do it. I'm like, oh, well, no, I don't have all my stuff together. And she's like, oh no, we're doing it right now.
I'm like, we're doing it now.
And
with your phone, done.
Yeah.
We had my computer. I was just like, we're doing it right now.
We literally did our first podcast that night and posted it. And I was like, all 2 years.
Yeah.
What?
2 years.
Yeah.
I need a Robin in my life. I need someone to just get on over here.
Everybody needs one of these.
Like
no joke.
Oh gosh. Thank you for I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you figure it out. Here's the thing. It's just like the oils and everything. You figure it out as you go. Yes. You don't have to be perfect when you start. You just need to get the information out there. Our sound, most of these, they're not great. I mean, we're still figuring things out, and we've done almost 30 episodes. So, But you know what? We're two mamas. We're fitting things in. We're trying to inspire other mamas, and that's all that really matters. It and actually probably makes us more relatable that we can't remember a topic name and that our microphone sucks. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do it because those are some of the reasons I'm holding back. Well, it has to be perfect, and I have to have this, and you just said no. You people just want you as you are. That's how I come to the mat. So I'm gonna give it to the people.
That's right, Belinda. Just do it.
Yeah, we need to help mamas. So just do it.
I'm hoping they'll find some useful benefits for today, for what we're talking about for today. I hope so.
Let's touch on really quickly before we wrap up, just a couple things that happen to your body when you don't move.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if everybody realizes.
Yeah. What happens, Belinda?
When you sit and when you're sedentary, which is most of America, when I close my eyes or when I look up, I'm pulling the reels down. When you're sedentary, which is about 60 to 85% of the world are sedentary, from sitting on the couch, from working, sitting down, there's problems that come with it. And what makes it so crazy is that it's not being addressed. Usually they'll address more pushing drugs than they'll address this. So it's insufficiently diagnosed and it's insufficiently addressed. So what happens? You increase your age, your body starts to age more. You're unable to move as much. There's obesity problems. Here's some notes over here. It contributes to early death. You're unable to be agile and restorative as quickly. You don't feel good. Your mood is worse when you don't move. You feel it physically, emotionally, and psychologically when you don't move.
That's true.
I can list them again. What else? Here it is. Increased heart attack, increased hypertension, increased high blood pressure. All of those things happen when your body doesn't move because we were made to move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were made to move at least 30 minutes a day. If you're walking the dog, oh God, here we go. So you said short. So there's a difference between physical movement, exercise, and then you also just have movement. So when you're doing exercise, that's planned, that's structured. When you physically move, that's just doing something with your muscles. But your body needs fitness. Your body needs to make sure that you're emotionally, physically moving your mind and your body so you can benefit from the whole fitness plane. So when you do that, your synapses are going off in your brain because you're moving. When you throw a ball or when you throw a ball or when you just jog, Julie, you know this, you have your body saying, okay, you have to measure the space. You have to make sure you know the trajectory when you're running. You're connecting your body and your mind. So the cells and the synapses are going off. So that's decreasing the aging and the Alzheimer's. So many things. Let me slow down.
Also, let me pause you for 1 second, Belinda. In the autism community, a lot of times the brain and the body are not connected. And so even for my son, Carrie had said, we need to do the exercises that help, like the swimming and the yoga,
Yep.
to help that connection more. I'm
It
sure
helps
there's
with
other
our
kids too, but I'm just saying.
it helps everybody in general, because like I said, the body was made to move. So if they're on the spectrum, it makes even more sense, because you want the left and the right side of the brain to constantly communicate and to fill in that gap and make sure that that well is well moisturized in between the left and the right side of the brain.
That's the positive.
Everybody will benefit from
Yeah.
moving. You cannot deny, because it helps positive changes come. It helps build the immune system. You help with bone density. You help with muscle mass. You help with being, you're not rigid anymore. You can stretch, you can step, you can pull, you can push. It helps all those aspects. You have to move daily.
Yes.
Right.
And I feel like we were just at a convention, and so we forced ourselves to get up at dark 30 to go work out. We didn't feel like it. It didn't. We would rather have stayed in the warm bed than like get up and go work out. But we knew how good we would feel afterward, and then all day long. Like that keeps giving and keeps giving. It helps with your metabolism and everything. So
Increases your energy.
Yes. If you're a fighter, in the morning, you use all the things. Well, if I don't do it now, then maybe I can move my workout to later or the next day. Like we constantly try and what do you call negotiate?
Yeah. But to me, morning working out is so much better, because the only fight you have is waking up.
Yeah.
If you like to work out during the day or at night, there's so many more excuses.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And that's
I agree.
why I've always been a morning worker outer.
Yeah, that's true.
A morning worker outer. I love it.
Yeah, but I love
true.
I love how the oxygen feels when I work out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you're breathing.
Yes.
And if it's a really big cardio class, that's like so amazing. Put some oil on. Holy crap! That's like, woo! Those lungs are open and ready to play.
It's true. And then it increases your energy. Like you said, Julie, it keeps on giving and giving and giving all day long. It just, it makes such a difference. I could not imagine moving, because my body tells me not moving. My body tells me when I haven't moved. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel when you don't move, when you haven't oiled, when you haven't taken a deep breath? So your body's saying, I need to do it. You need to do it, because you're going to pay for it later.
Yes.
I know. It's hard. A lot of people are working from home now. Like I noticed a big difference in my body once we had the lockdown and I was working from home. And I used to have back-to-back meetings in my marketing job, but they would be in different buildings. So they were back-to-back meetings, but I was always moving from one meeting to another.
Right.
Once it moved to my house and all my meetings were in my dining room, I wasn't moving. And boy, did my sacrum tell me, it's never been the same.
Nope.
Because all that sitting.
That's right.
Even if I got up in between, it wasn't the same.
Right.
Like I really needed to do more.
So some of us can do it on our own. Some of us need a professional like Belinda to walk alongside of us and give us goals and things that we need to, I guess, put together a plan. Yeah. Sometimes people need a plan. And so that's why they go to people like Belinda. Yeah. So we're going to share in the bio part in the notes, we're going to put your information and how they can contact you, and just make sure that they can follow you and get those tips and tricks you talk about. And then wait for that podcast to be launched.
Tomorrow. I'm gonna do a Robin thing. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Just say something.
There we go. I love it.
I'm scared. No, don't clap.
No. I expect to be acknowledged.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you, Robin.
For pushing me over the edge. But please do
dedicate that first one to Robin.
I will make a big mention. And if people want the help, other than that, come to resourceful people like all of us. Go to the lay makers who want to promote health, who will look at you holistically, look at the full range of the mind-body connection, because we know the deals when it comes to all the body benefits. So if you need someone to walk alongside you, just give us a call. Go on Facebook. I'm doing a little shameless plug here. Go on Facebook, go on the gram, and know that we'll help you maintain life better. And we could all do it together because it makes such a difference. It makes such a difference.
If people want to take yoga from you, how do they do that?
It depends on how. It's really easy. They can take a class. Meet us on Fridays at Metro Health East, which is Metro Health East, and it's on Dean and 50. Look up Metro Health East, or you can just go on the gram at the Society of Wellness or Facebook, and we can do a class one-on-one. We could do a class with 3 of us. We can hold a class at your church. We can hold a class in your home if you have the space. We can do it by Zoom. It just depends on what you want and what you need. But I'm here to definitely help you with the strategies to organize your life so that you live well.
I think that would be a neat team building activity too. Like
yeah,
for a team.
That'd be
building,
fun.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Really
like
good.
just like, you know how sometimes teams do activities together.
Yeah,
Like I feel like
yeah,
taking care of your mind and body is pretty important.
absolutely.
Robin, you started something, workplace wellness.
I love it.
I'm down for it. Team building,
Again,
workplace wellness.
I'm
Credit.
gonna get my cred. All right, so we have to part. So like
Yes.
what are just as a parting thought,
Yeah.
Linda,
Do you
if you could give any advice to a mama out there, how would you try to inspire them?
Choose activities that you can do daily, 2-3 times a week, that you can enjoy that activity with your family and your friends. Make sure you enjoy whatever you do, and take the time out to take care of yourself first. You've heard this before. Put your mask on first and then take care of others, because sooner or later it's going to catch up with you. So find the body benefits that you can enjoy with your family and your friends, and take care of yourself so you could take care of others.
Awesome.
love it?
Well, thank you
Beautifully
so
said.
much.
Thank you.
We will listen to your podcast tomorrow.
Yes, we can't wait.
I'm so scared. I'm scared right now, but I'm going to do it because the people want to hear. I got to find a buddy because you guys partner so beautifully together. I have somebody in mind that asked me before. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't need these anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
So
All
have
right,
me
have
back
a
for
great-
part 2. Have me
All
back for
right.
part 2 because there's a
Thank
ton of things we didn't cover. But I'm
All
thankful to
right.
be here.
So if
Thank
you're
you so much.
listening,
Yeah.
like us, share it.
Yep.
Is there anything?
Mhm.
Like it.
Post
and share
it, share
Yeah.
it, like
Post
it.
it, share it.
Yeah.
All
Read
right.
about
it,
Subscribe
talk
to
about
it.
it.
Oh, subscribe.
Subscribe to it.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ladies.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. And if you want to support our show, give us a 5-star rating.
To learn more about our practice, visit athelivingtree.com.